Going on, y'all? What's going on, YouTube? MotorCityMan here, back with another video. Today's title of this video is gonna be, I'm gonna be talking about how love comes at us in many different forms, you know. Some forms, like it might seem like in some forms it might seem like it's not really love, but when you dealing with love, in some ways, some shapes and forms, it just comes at us in different ways. Meaning, like, you deal with like jealousy, hate, you know, envy, being misunderstood, you know, being manipulated, taken advantage of. It's all like rooted in like love itself, and to a certain extent, because you know hate can be seen as what it is, you know. But in most cases, like our relationships with our peers, our friends, and even our family, is like, you know, man, love itself. Our relationships, it can really like impact our relationships in a certain way, you know what I mean? It could like impact our relationships in a way where we communicate a certain way, we do things, we treat each other a certain way. But it might seem like I'm rambling right now. I'm trying to get my thoughts together right now, you know what I mean? It's hot, I'm in this car, you know what I mean? It's the most quiet setting right now as far as today, man. Happy Memorial Day to everybody out there too, watching this video, tuning in. I appreciate y'all taking the time out to tune in what I got to tell y'all, or, you know what I mean, just say in general, you know what I mean, chop it up with y'all. So, love comes in many forms, and like, when you love someone, such as like one of your peers, or like somebody you grew up with, one of your friends or whatever, like, sometimes you can become envy of them, and like, sometimes you can like become jealous of their spiritual gifts or the way they conduct themselves, or, you know what I mean, the way they are to a certain extent. And that can be detrimental to the relationship itself, or like, you know what I mean, it can have a downside effect on the relationship. But just because you love somebody, or you care about somebody, doesn't mean like the jealousy, the animosity, the envy, it doesn't mean it's not there, you know what I mean? It doesn't exist within that relationship. And that's the thing, you know, because love itself, like, even like, not even just relationships, like being able to love what you do, being able to love what you do, being able to enjoy what you do, as far as work, your career, your craft, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, that you have a passion for, like, even that can like have an impact on your life and your relationship with that itself, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, you know. Sometimes we get caught up in like the perception of how people perceive us, you know what I mean? People we care about, you know? And it could take a drastic toll on you, man, as an individual, to the point where you know somebody care about you, but it's like, that doesn't mean like people don't give off that energy, like they hating on you, or they kind of jealous, or they like coming off as you, they think you acting better than them, or, you know what I mean, But it's all about who you are. It's all about who you are as an individual, you know. I can't control how somebody perceive me. I can't control how somebody choose to act around me when I'm around, when they're in my presence, when I'm in their presence, you know. That applies to like anything, you know, like the workplace, hanging out with your friends, whoever you grew up with or whoever you cool with or, you know what I mean, locked in with. As far as family members too, siblings, you know. Me growing up, I'm like the youngest sibling out of 4, so I get targeted a lot, you know, because I'm the youngest. But that perception itself of who I am to them, sometimes it gets like misconstrued because I'm still young, I'm still evolving, I'm still changing, I'm still growing up, you know. And sometimes it can seem like I'm coming off like a little bit better than them, or I'm like smarter or something, but really I'm just working on being better than who I was 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, because that's what it's about. That's what life is about, man. Self-development. It ain't about trying to be better than somebody you around, or, you know what I mean, somebody you been around. But I've been embracing it for a minute, and it's something I wanted to speak on. I want to talk to y'all about, you know. So being able to enjoy what you do, man, that's one thing about it. Like being able to enjoy something that you like really look forward to doing, like as far as the job you work or like your work of craft, your work of art itself, and that can have a toll on you at a certain point in time. Like you can get caught up in it like itself, and sometimes a situation might come up to where you don't even like look at it the same way. Say if I'm like, I enjoy creating films, you know. I enjoy creating like videos, but more so film itself, you know. Like it was one point in time I took a step back. I had to pivot. I had to like understand why I enjoyed it at first. I had to remember why I got into it, why I enjoyed it so much. Because when I went to college, I ended up getting into music a little bit more than film itself. And like, if you've been a follower of like the MotorCityMan production, you already know like I've been into like music videos and stuff since I've started it. But film itself is the reason why I've ended up doing music videos and stuff like that, working with different artists and, you know what I mean, collaborating with different rappers and stuff. But film itself, yeah, it was something I had to like fall back on and like remember why I got into it, why I became passionate about doing it, you know what I mean? So it kind of became a hate and love thing, because I hated the fact that it came destructive as far as like on the music video side. Like my perspective of it over these past few years, the music in general, like it kind of got destructive, and I've been knowing that, but at the same time I never like use it as an excuse to like stop me from like getting into it, because I know like I'm not trying to be destructive for anything. I'm trying to push out or do, you know what I mean, create. So I try to look at the positive side of me creating music videos and just being in a different aspect of film itself, which seemed to be okay at the time. But now in these days, I feel like it's time for me to like really transition into like why I started in the first place, why I started actually being part of film or like trying to get into it. I had to rediscover my love for it, because I felt like my passion for it I was losing my passion for it, just focusing on like music, the music video side of, you know what I mean, film, and you know, but love itself, it comes in many different forms because you just, man, you grow up understanding how shit play out, how relationships play out, how people end up treating you once you like get a feel for who you are, how you want to conduct yourself, how you choose to like self-develop yourself, you know what I mean? Whether that's going to the gym, whether that's, you know what I mean, learning how to elevate your mind, communicate effective, just be a good person in general. It could have a drastic effect on your relationship, especially if the people around you aren't really progressing or seem to be like putting forth the effort as far as much as you are, basically, you know. But that's okay though, as long as they understand, like, you know who you are, you know what I mean? It don't change the fact that I think I'm better than you, or, you know, so it's like certain instances I had to stay away from certain people that I was on the come up with, because after a certain point in time, it started to seem like they weren't really progressing. And I don't want to say they, I don't want to like be speaking on somebody in general, but at a certain point in time, man, everybody just don't stay on the same level. Everybody just not going to be on the same path of self-development, I should say. Like, yeah, we can go get money, we can chase money, but it's deeper than that, you know. I'm still in the situation to where I'm still at my people's house, but everybody journey different, you know what I mean? I was blessed to have a unique journey, you know. Everybody life different, everybody grew up different, so you can't really measure your success off another woman's success, you know what I mean? Another woman's progress, you know. So as long as you working towards becoming better, that's all that matters. As long as you putting forth the effort to develop into a better person, that's all that matters, for real. It's not really about who perceive you a certain way or not. It's not really about that. It's about you understanding that you have to get better each day, because there's no staying the same. It's either you getting better or you getting worse, you know what I mean? I had to figure that out too. But I'm still young, I'm still learning. I ain't got everything figured out, but I got enough figured out to where I can move accordingly. I can conduct myself in an orderly fashion to progress, you know. So, but I like having these talks with y'all, man. I like just talking about my journey in life, man. That way y'all get a feel for who I am outside of like what I'm creating, outside of the MotorCityMan Productions. That's why I have these talks. But relationships matter, family matters. Think about me, I struggled with relationships, but it never hindered me from like trying to get better, trying to like fix a relationship, you know what I mean, or make them stronger than what they was. As far as like friends, business associates, clients. Like, I'm a businessman. I gotta be honest with you. Like, I conduct myself a certain way. I have to. I gotta market myself. I gotta network. I gotta do business. I mean, that's anybody in the business world, you know. But I gotta be able to communicate effectively, though, you know, and self-develop myself and grow to be able to build stronger relationships with clients, etc. It's not just about family or, like, you know what I mean, friends. Because after a certain point in time, man, you gonna know who your real friends are. Because they gonna come around whether you doing good or bad, whether you know. Family and friends matter, though. Relationships matter, man. That's why I always embraced my relationships with everybody, you know what I mean? I never like came off like I was better than somebody. Not to my perception of it, you know what I mean? It may be in their perception, but to me, I always came off respectful, like, to the point where I treated people equal, though, you know what I mean? Like, in my last video, I even talked about how I even humble myself around everybody I was around, you know? Still to this day, to a certain extent, because I know who I am, and I know I can't lower my light, dim my light for nobody. Not even people at the workplace, you know? Shout out to the workplace. Shout out to the ones still grinding in them 9-to-5 jobs. You know, it's tough out here, you know, especially when you got something going on outside of it. It's tough. Excuse me from that pause. The camera cut off on me. The temperature got too hot. That's what comes with being under the sun, you know. But from where I left off at, we have to embrace what comes with love, what comes with, like, the things we enjoy, things we got a passion for, whether that's the job we work at, career we have, relationships we have with friends and family. Like, we have to be able to embrace all of what comes with love, you know, because it's not just love itself, it's deeper than that, more complex than that, you know what I mean? But things don't have to be complicated, but life itself, you know what I mean, how we grow up, how others who may have raised us or, you know, may have grew up with us have came about and how they grew up. Yeah, I might seem like I'm rambling right now, but no, man, we gotta really, like, understand and, like, embrace all that comes with it, because everything isn't going to be pleasant, you know what I mean? Everything about life, about what we do, about how our life isn't going to be pleasant. And those down days, them dog days, them rainy days, man, we got to embrace those to be able to, like, really embrace the good days, you know what I mean? If that's a good way to put it. But no, yeah, man, family matters. The relationships we have with other people, with our career, our jobs, or whatever, it matters, like, how we see things, our perception of it, whether it's something that's been taking a toll on us or not, you know. It's all about how we continue to grow into ourselves, how we continue to move forward through those times, man, to really, like, understand, like, everything ain't gonna be pleasant, but having that passion for whatever it is, for that relationship with a friend, a client, family member, you know, or whatever, is what's keep us grounded in that itself, in that relationship, in that connection itself, the love of it, the passion, you know what I mean? Even through, like, the bad times, transgressions or whatever, you know what I mean? Situations happen, but the passion for whatever it is, for whoever it is, the love for it itself is what keeps us grounded and rooted to keep going forward, to continue to build a stronger, positive relationship with that significant other, or to continue down that career path that we are passionate about, to move forward, man. But at the end of the day, it makes us tougher, though, inside, and we have to brace everything that comes with it. That's part of growing up, man, becoming mature and accepting life for what it is, you know, because life isn't always pleasant, you know. Something I still gotta understand, but I'm getting to it. I'm really understanding now, like, you know, life comes at you really hard, and love itself it comes in many different forms. But I just want to appreciate y'all, man, for whoever tuned in to the video, man. I got a lot more coming soon. Enjoy your weekend, man. Happy Memorial Memorial Day. I hope everyone's out there around somebody they love, you know what I mean, appreciate, family, friends, whoever. Just make sure, man, you ain't gotta be alone, man. It's okay to be around family and friends, you know what I mean? Even if all of you don't see eye to eye or don't understand each other as much as you understand yourself, it's okay, because no matter what, family matters, relationship matters. You know what I mean? The career you chose, the career you fall in love with, it matters because that's part of who you are, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to put yourself in a box to where that's all you are, but somehow that became part of you because you fell in love with that, whatever you do, whatever you know what I mean? So, yeah. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. I'm out. I'm about to go on here, eat some fruit, you know. Gotta stay healthy, but I'm gonna chow down on some good food too, man. You know what I mean? 'Cause I tell you what, that barbecue smell never get old, man. It never get old, man. It never do. It never do. I'll see y'all, man, in the next video. Peace.